Hello, sinners and saints. It's another beautiful day outside. Enjoy the summer while it's still here. Today, we're going to talk about a case that is sort of newer. It happened a couple of years ago. You know me, I'm not one that likes to do cases that are newer. I'm more of the old timey, back in the day crimes that people don't talk about anymore. But here we go. So let's check it out. Oh, and this is Cassey Watt and Vicky Watt, the ones that went on the run from the law, and she was the law. Um, and of course, they're not married. This is a wanted poster of both of them and the car that they were last seen in. I know it's kind of blurry, but we'll get there. This was her. This was Cassey. This was her with her daughter. Um, this was a kind of a quick-lived crime. And I've got my notes, but I'm just going to tell you the story. Okay. Vicky had won many awards. She was actually getting ready to retire. She had put in the paperwork, even though it was not completely filled out or either signed. So regardless, she wouldn't have been able to retire that day. But the day that she was supposed to retire, if everything had been done right, was the day that she helped Cassey escape. She was an outstanding police officer. She had won so many awards. She had won like Employee of the Month. That's not what it's called, but Employee of the Month many times. This is Cassey. Obviously, pictures here. She's showing the inside of a cell. And apparently, he was some sort of white supremacist. I don't know that for sure. But if not, then he got beat down a lot in jail. That's probably why he got shanked a lot if he really wasn't. Um, I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with this, but you don't go around in prison and jail wearing tattoos if you're not part of that group. That'll get you killed. But he had all these. They said what all these things were. I know what that is. That's rebel flag, but some kind of something here that's got the you know you know and this is a timeline of their escape on August 18th, 2002. She sells her home, a home that was worth double if not triple what she sold it for. She sold it for like $95,000. And April 26th, um the van leaves the van leaves detention center. Seven inmates escorted into um, the jail by two deputies at 8:47. The 29th, the van leaves. This is her taking him supposedly to a doctor visit. There was no doctor visit. Second, do you see where this woman's at with this criminal that does have 75 years awaiting him in his lifespan? He's already been convicted and has 75 years. The only reason he's back here is because um, he had admitted to killing, oh my God, what was her name? Cassey Rigby or something. Um, it's a famous name actually, and I can't believe I forgot it. But this woman she's seasoned, and she is not standing like somewhere where you would stand to get the prisoner out of the damn jail and into the car. He's only there because he admitted to killing her because he got shanked twice at the prison. And look, she's holding the door for him, which that's not a big thing, but it's just the point of look where he's at, all options. Look how small she is. I mean, if I'm sure there's a camera there, obviously, there's a camera there. So this is being recorded. So at this point, she already knew what was going on, um, because she knew she would have to answer for him not being escorted correctly. You can see her coming out. She actually holds the door for a second, then she goes. And after that, they dump the police car and they get this vehicle. She spent some money on this vehicle and it breaks down. It's a piece of crap. And so oh God, I don't know what the excuse for the cop is, but only a criminal would try to paint by spray paint can a vehicle, and this is someone's handiwork here. So I don't know. Anyway, they leave it. Woohoo, man boobs. Um, but this is them. They actually put a darker hair on her because they figured she would dye her hair or wear a wig. This is her at the hotel that she rented the night before all this went on. She doesn't look like a bright one, does she? And they were worried about her dressing him up like a woman and putting him in a wheelchair because obviously the height difference, he's like 6'9", so that way people wouldn't recognize him. And though the bounty hunter weighs in, I'm just going to say it, he ain't shit without Beth. There. This is the guy at the car wash. He said that he noticed the car that had been there for a couple of days, and so he called the law. The law said that the car wasn't stolen. There's nothing they could do, so he had the car towed. Come to find out that the truck was stolen, and the FBI is obviously involved. If you commit a crime and go across state lines, you're going to be talking to some marshals, FBI. This is actually Cassey standing at the vehicle. I'm assuming he's waiting on Vicky to show up in the Deathmobile. I mean, the Cadillac. I'm sorry, I have got a dark sense of humor. I'm a veteran, and I just see that some things deserve jokes. If that's a problem, then maybe this isn't the channel for you. This was their jailbreak. It's demonstrating where they were going. This is another picture of him um, at the car wash. This is him actually walking towards the camera. They stayed in this motel. And I'm assuming that that's the room they stayed in by it being that kind of picture. So I don't know. Probably should, but I don't. And this is his wanted marshal sign. Okay, so they get into the Cadillac. They come out of that room. When they come out of that room, game on. So the police, I assume, tried to stop them. because here's the Cadillac, I think. I don't know. But it looks like someone trying to stop. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. That's the first time I've ever seen this picture. There was no backstory at this picture, so I'm not sure. Anyway, they give chase, and this truck T-boned them or done the little hit you in the ass thing and flip them around. And we're going to listen to the 911 call. Some some say that Vicky committed suicide. Others say that whenever they hit this ditch, the gun went off. There's some more pictures of it. I think this is Vicky. This is him getting arrested. This is him getting arrested again. This is Vicky. Because at first they tried putting her in handcuffs. I don't think they realized, I don't know how, because supposedly it was a shotgun, handgun. I don't know. It was a gun. Regardless, a head wound, you would think but I guess the adrenaline, I've never been in that situation, so I can't say, hey. But anyway, they tried to arrest her, and I think that they realized, hey, she's got a serious wound. This was the car. This is the weaponry that was found in the car. This was the money. I think there's like $29,000 left out of like 95,000. Being that she didn't get her retirement, she didn't have like these hundreds of thousands, which I would think that if you would break a criminal out of jail and go on this big hideaway and all this, that you're probably not going to get your retirement anyway. I don't know. I don't know how none of that works. But this is after he was arrested. Okay, I got one question. Who is this guy? And if anybody knows, can they please tell him I committed a serious crime? And they were captured. One way or another, they were captured. That's kind of a small little um, overview of it, but that's pretty much all that there is anyway. I mean, it's not like they weren't Bonnie and Clyde. Let's put it that way. Okay, let's look at something else. I remember to look at something else. He gets life sentence for the escape with Vicky Watt. Da-da. Now this is going to be trigger warning, all kinds of warnings. So if you're squeamish, bolt. There may be like a 30-second ad. There was last night.
We're hearing what may have been Vicky Wright's final words. We knew she was on the phone with 911 before law enforcement got to her and before she shot herself, as police say. But take a listen to some of what she said and the moments that appeared to be just after the car crash. It was shortly after that the police say she shot herself. Now, newly released body camera footage from the Evansville Police Department here basically picks up from there and shows law enforcement trying to get her out of that mangled vehicle. And one of the officers even notes as they approach that she's still got the gun in her hand. And after what at least was more than 5 minutes trying to get her out, but eventually her body is completely limp at that point. She was later declared dead. Now, law enforcement also.
I don't think she intended to shoot herself. I really don't. Because she knows if she runs, the odds are she would have been shot at. Um, and I say shot at as warning shots or possibly shot in the leg. You know, who knows? So much shit goes on. Who knows anymore? But she would have been stopped one way or another. And I just don't think that, I think that maybe when that airbag went off, it hit the gun, or when she's trying to get out, she used it to get up. Because I've had an M16 before where I hit it on the ground and it releases. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe that gun was similar. Let's see what else we got. I think that's going to be about it. I mainly wanted you to hear the 911 call. Um, so, as always, every see you later. But yeah, this is another little short one. I'm getting ready to do one that's 6 hours, or maybe even two that's 6 hours. So get you a meal, a big gulp, and everything for those. But thank you for joining me as always. I appreciate it. You come in and entertaining my full self. And so I will see you soon. And I will talk to you later. Thank you. Bye. 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 Bye.